What was that? What? We barely lost to the Dallas Mavericks in game 6 of a game that we could have won. We 100% could have won. Everyone who watched the game understood that we had a shot at winning. We had a 17-point lead, and we blew it. You know my reaction. You know what I've done. Guess what? We're like, okay, we're in the offseason. We can make trades. We can go out and get great players. We have 17 draft picks, it feels like, and we got 3 this year. Let's go use them. Hey, guess what we got? We got Alex Caruso, a great guard, great defender. Help out with Lou Dort, Casey Wallace, Shea, Chet, Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, J-Dub, J-Will, all of them. All of them. Great to help out with them. Let me mute this. Help out with all of them, right? That's great, right? We got good defenders now. And guess what we need? Perimeter shooting and a good fundamental rebounder. We're talking about the Andre Drummonds. We're talking about the Isaiah Hartensteins, the guys that would just crash the glass, go for it, get some putbacks. Isaiah Hartenstein's, I would prefer more because he's a better free throw shooter. Okay, he's a better passer. We're here. Okay, so we get the center in the offseason, right? In free agency, right? That would be great. That'd be great. And then we get our shooter that we need because we had, outside of Shea, no one who can consistently create their own three-point shot. You know who's on the board? At 12th, surprisingly, a top 10 player named Dalton Knecht. Number 1 player in the SEC. Almost single-handedly beat the future player of the year of Zach Edey. Almost outplayed him in a game that team went on to play in the national championship and was somewhat competitive against arguably the best school of basketball we have seen since the 2000s. We have had that happen. Okay. That's what he did. Number 1 player in the SEC. Led his team to the 1 seed heading into the SEC championship. Heading into the SEC tournament, I should say. He has Klay Thompson type of range with the dribble. I'm not saying he's a Klay Thompson type of shooter, but he's 30 feet and in type of guy. He can shoot it from 30 feet and in off the dribble, coming from a defensive program with Rick Barnes. I've watched a ton of Tennessee basketball. Their number 1 thing is defense. He has been under defensive formations for this time here. He's single-handedly the reason why Tennessee was able to go from bouncing the first weekend to making 1 game away, 3 minutes away from making it to the Final Four. He is that type of player. And guess what? We could fill him. We could put him on the bench. We could put him as a starter. We could put him anywhere. You know why? Because we have great other defenders. Okay? Great defenders everywhere else. It was like, okay, great. We're going to get Dalton Knecht, and we're going to get our center in the offseason. We're going to be ready for it this time. And Sam Presti had the... I don't know. I trust Sam Presti. But we're drafting a guy that his name is Nikola Topic. That sounds like a Google search. That does not sound like an NBA player. And he's a 6'5" guard. You know what we have? 6'5" guard at an MVP level called Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We already have him. We already have a guy that's an elite pick and roll player. Oh, he's a great pick and roll player. Yeah, that'd be great for Chicago or a team like that, or just a team that would need pick and roll play. I'm not even sure Chicago needs it. I don't even know. They got Giddey. They got someone now. A team that would need great pick and roll play, that'd be great for. But not us. You know what we have? J-Dub. Good pick and roll player going downhill. You know what else we have? Shea. Arguably one of the better ones in the NBA. ISO scorer who's good at pick and rolls too. And guess what? We got other guys that we can build to that level. Casey Wallace was working that well. Alex Caruso knows how this stuff works. I'm not sure he's a pick and roll type of guy. But guess what? He knows how to play a pick and roll. He knows how he does. Defensively he does. Lou Dort does. These are simple things. And guess what? We're in a title window. And knowing how the Thunder are, where this window's not going to last forever. Knowing how NBA is, this window's not going to last forever. And the guy can't play. The guy can't play. The guy cannot play for another year until next year's Summer League. It's different than the Chet situation, because Chet came into the league thinking that we're going to get a healthy player. We're going to get a great guy. Okay. And then guess what? He was hurt. He got hurt in a game. I was like, okay, dang. Then he comes back fresh, and he almost wins Rookie of the Year against Wembanyama. Wembanyama took a step up at one point, but he was very, very good and changed from a 9th seed to a 1 seed, from a 10 seed to a 1 seed. Very quickly, he was one of the main reasons why defensive presence, good rebounding for his size, can shoot, and can honestly was a great teammate. Honestly, just a great teammate overall. What are the Lakers going to draft? Are they going to get Dalton Knecht? They got Dalton Knecht. They got the... Damn it! Why? Oh my gosh. Wait, they got Dalton Knecht. LeBron and AD got Dalton... AD and LeBron got Dalton Knecht. They got Dalton Knecht, and we didn't. They got a score right here. Laker fans, you are great. You better be grateful that you just got a guy named Dalton Knecht on your team. This guy will be helpful for your team for as long as you keep him. And this guy that we have, he doesn't even play. We don't need a guard. This guy is 6'7", with a very, very good range. And he's consistent. If you ever watch if you ever watch Tennessee basketball, you might say, oh, they lost some games. Check how many points Dalton Knecht had. 37 in the tournament. You check this last loss in the regular season against Kentucky. He scored 40, which was half of his team's points. They lost by 4, almost single-handedly brought the team back. He pulls up from 30 feet transition threes, and you have to respect that. You can't leave him open. He cannot leave him open. You know why? Because he can make shots. You look at him. Yeah, first-team All-American. He's a sophomore. He came as a sophomore. Oh, we want a guy European. You're the last guy from Serbia that was drafted in the freaking lottery. Darko Milicic. You know where he is? I don't know. I don't care. You know why? Because the 4 of the guys drafted in the top 5 are Hall of Famers. LeBron, Carmelo, Wade, Bosh. Where's Darko at? I don't know. Probably coaching kids soccer in Serbia. I don't know. That doesn't matter. He did not perform well. And we had this before, that we drafted a guy named Oliver Jang or something like that. I don't know. It was 2 years ago. Drafted a guy around the same spot. But we didn't have him, his draft rights. We traded him, for who? Who Houston ended up getting for him? Albert Sengun. We drafted him and traded him. I don't know why, but I bet if we had Albert Sengun, we wouldn't need a center. I don't think if we had Albert Sengun, I think we would have been able to obliterate Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington and Derek Lively with passing overall on the offensive side of the ball. We have oh my gosh. This is one of the best players in the class. We have a top 10 pick fall to us, and we draft a guy that's a Google search. Nikola Topic's a guy you would see show up on your MSN news titles on just random pop-up news. Oh, here comes Nikola Topic under your search, or seeing this on Instagram under hashtags. That's him. Not an NBA player who cannot play in a year. This guy is not great. This isn't like what Ricky Rubio was, which he was phenomenal looking at. It's like, okay, we can put him in. No one heard of this guy. He doesn't seem to play. He can't walk in an NBA basketball court for the next year and a half. He cannot play. I don't know what we're supposed to do. A pick and roll guy who cannot run pick and rolls because he's on the bench because, he can hand clap great. He's getting paid a couple mil to sit on the bench and watch Shea work. What are we going to do in the offseason to get better shooting out? Whenever we don't have space now, because we're going to have to extend Chet, we're going to have to extend Jada, we're going to have to extend some of these guys. Dort's going to get paid. One of these guys is going to have to go, which is going to suck. That's why we need guys like Dalton Knecht, who is a steal. This is a dream player. This is a dream type of player for Los Angeles. And if we were not going to get Knecht and we wanted a guard, okay, let's get Jared McCain. A very good three-point shooter who showed up very well in the tournament in the biggest of stages and was phenomenal until he played NC State. And it was pretty good against NC State for how bad they played overall as a team. Duke did. Jared McCain cooked teams with shooting. I don't care if he's painting fingernails. If you can make a 3, that's all I care about. Make your shots. This guy would be great. He can dribble the ball. He's put in pressure situations. This guy's played in Europe half the time. The entire time. I don't know how this guy is. We have no idea how this guy is. We don't want to know how this guy is. Who the last guy drafted European? Josh Giddey. Who we traded him for? Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso's better. Guess where he's from? America. Guess what? We're better. We're better shooters. We're more accurate. And we're going to do this. I believe that we're going to look back in a couple years and look at this moment and be like, oh my gosh, we could have had one of the best scorers coming out of this class. Either Jared McCain as a shooter or Dalton Knecht as a shooter and defender that can defend somewhat well. So we traded him for Alex Caruso, so we're not going to have defensive liability. The guy that we have can't run side to side for the next 2.5 years. Year and a half. You think he's going to be able to keep up with Luka, Kyrie, Jamal Murray? You think Anthony Edwards? You think we're going to keep up guys like him? No. Dalton Knecht has. He's had to guard Reed Shepard, Rob Dillingham. Guess where those two guys were? Top 10 draft picks. You know why? We want a guy like that because he's an elite. He's played against elite talent that's going to be in the NBA right now. You know where Rob Dillingham's at? Minnesota. You know where I have to play? Probably Minnesota. It'd be great to have a guy that's been able to guard him outside that's had experience guarding him too. I know Cruz is going to do a great job on that guy, but he's probably going to have to guard Edwards, or George's going to have to guard Edwards. Someone's going to have to probably switch on the Cat at sometimes, which might be Lou Dort, since how wimpy of a player Cat is and how Kentucky players are just a bunch of wimps at times outside of Shea. Shea, John Wall, and De'Aaron Fox are the exceptions, and Bam. It's a lot of exceptions, but idea, if you look how many players they have on their team, a lot of wimps come from their teams. Look at what we drafted. It's pathetic. It's disgusting what we have done tonight. Sam Presti, you better have done right, because in a couple years from now, we'll be looking back saying we should have drafted Jared McCain, who's going actually, I think, to Portland now, traded from Philly. It's a strange thing for them to do. And we're going to look back and say, we didn't draft Dalton Knecht or Jared McCain. We got Nikola Topic. Who are you? Who are you? Who is this guy? I don't know. We're going to figure this out, I guess. Thunder fans, put on your comments about this. This is pathetic. This is disgusting of a draft pick. We're going to regret this years from now, because we want to win titles, and we have about a 3-4 year window, I would guarantee, of an opportunity. Guarantee 3 to 4 years probably. And we're going to waste a year of drafting for a guy that we can't even trade. Could have drafted Dalton Knecht, and he's not the best. We want to trade for the guy. LA probably could have thrown some picks at us, could have thrown something at us, and thrown a little bit of I don't even know who they have. I don't even know. Someone would have won a Dalton Knecht. If you want to trade the pick, that's great. Don't draft a guy who can't play. This is pathetic. This is disgusting. It's horrible. Put on the comments about this. God bless you. I hope this guy does good. But Dalton Knecht, Jared McCain are way better players than this guy will be for the next, at least guaranteed year, and probably will be, since he'll be set back so much without being able to play for this next year and a half. Terrible decision making from Sam Presti. Rare times you see that. Great job with the trade for Caruso. Terrible draft pick with Nikola Topic. Put on the comments about this. I'm not even saying his name right. Once you play it, I'll get it right at that point, but I don't care until now. Let's go Thunder.